My husband is a sex addict, now what? If you just found out your husband is a sex addict, I'm sorry, keep listening. We know the pain you're in, and in this video, I'm gonna give you exactly 7 specific things you can do and not do to get through this. You're probably feeling like your entire world just imploded. You're in fight, flight, and freeze mode, maybe having obsessive thoughts, panic attacks, and nightmares. And no one around you gets it, and there's likely very few people, if any, you can talk to. But I do, and more importantly, my wife Michelle does, because she lived it. I was a gaslighting, lying, terrible husband. Fortunately, I made things right after Michelle literally saved my life from my rock bottom and dedicated every fiber of my being to beating this. And now, for the past 13 years, Michelle and I have empowered thousands of couples going through this to transform and heal. And I want to say this, you are not crazy, you are in trauma, specifically betrayal trauma. We've worked with hundreds of women who feel like they've been hit by a truck. They go to bed thinking 2 + 2 is 4, the sun rises in the east, and my husband is being honest with me. Your reality has been turned upside down, and it's not just emotional pain, it's biological. You might be hypervigilant, obsessively checking devices, and emotionally flooded. You can't eat, can't sleep, drink too much, drink too little. You're bouncing maybe between rage and numbness. This is betrayal trauma. It's real, and it's a lot like PTSD. Michelle used to say, it felt like I was going insane, but she wasn't, and you're not. You're in survival mode. And this is your wake-up call to take care of you. While this is his problem, you're likely deeply wounded. You didn't cause this, you can't control it, but now you have a choice to prioritize you and your self-care in a deep, powerful, and meaningful way. Because you deserve to be treated with love, kindness, and respect, and that has to start with the way you treat yourself. Number 1, if your husband is a sex addict, don't rush into big decisions. When your world gets rocked by betrayal, the first question that hits is, should I stay or should I go? Let me tell you something. In working with couples, we've learned a lot. That is not a question you need to answer today. And shame on anybody who judges you for your decisions. Michelle felt like she couldn't stay, but she didn't want to make a decision in crisis. She gave herself permission to pause, to breathe, to gather herself financially, emotionally, and spiritually. You can leave anytime, but right now, you can also just not leave today, and that's a powerful choice. Number 2, if your husband is a sex addict, you have to take care of yourself. Right now, your nervous system is on fire. And if you want to survive this trauma, your number 1 job is to take care of yourself because you deserve it. Michelle teaches something that we call the fundamental 5, and it saved her life, and it is the basics. But it's so easy to overlook the basics when you're in trauma. What she says is, you have to eat well, sleep well, hydrate, move your precious body, and practice mindfulness. Track them, live them. Focus on these basics. You don't need to rebuild your life today. Just start by drinking a glass of water and going for a short walk. That's how you build power, 1 breath at a time, 1 step at a time, and 1 day at a time. Number 3, if your husband is a sex addict, get support, but be smart about it. You can't do this alone, but you can't just turn to anyone either. Not all support is created equal. Some people will judge, others will gaslight. What you need is trauma-informed support. So Michelle created our Partner Empowerment Program. We've got a podcast, we've got groups. You need people who understand betrayal trauma, and we included a link from another provider, Dr. Debbie Silber, who we know and trust because we want you to get the help you need. And get it with someone who's lived it. Stop isolating, start connecting, because healing happens in safe community. Number 4, if your husband is a sex addict, you have to feel your feelings without judging them. You don't need to fix your feelings right now. You need to feel them. Rage, grief, heartbreak, disgust, longing, they all can exist at once. You can love your husband and still want to kill him. You can be devastated and still not want to leave. So stop judging your emotions. Stop by observing them. Michelle teaches, track your triggers, speak your truth, and practice gratitude daily. This is how you stay grounded. This is how you keep from drowning in the pain. Number 5, if your husband is a sex addict, set boundaries that create emotional safety. You can't rebuild trust without first creating emotional safety. That's not control, it's not punishment, it's safety. Michelle teaches partners to say, I feel unsafe when you take the phone into the bathroom, for example, because it makes me feel like you're not prioritizing your recovery and I feel insecure. This is not about being the boundary police. This is about helping you feel safe in your own home, in your own body, your own relationships. Boundaries protect your peace, and if he's serious about recovery, he'll honor them. And if he doesn't, well, now you've got clarity. But be warned, we recommend that you do not set boundaries that you are not willing to enforce. Number 6, if your husband is a sex addict, just for a second, imagine the possibilities, even if you can't see it right now. Right now, you may feel like your marriage is over, and maybe it is. But I want to ask you this question. What if this breakdown becomes the breakthrough? Michelle and I have worked with so many couples who created stronger, more connected relationships because of this storm. It forced them to get real, forced him to get help, to heal old wounds. You don't need to believe in that today, but just know it's possible. And whether or not your marriage makes it or not, you can make it. You can get through this and you can come out of this stronger. Number 7, if your husband is a sex addict, you're not alone. Take the next step. If this hits home, don't sit in silence. You're not alone and you don't have to stay stuck. I am so proud of Michelle's partner empowerment program, which is specifically built for women like you, the woman who's been hit with betrayal trauma, but who's ready to take back her power. We've seen women rebuild, we've seen women rise, and it starts with one step: to take care of you. Take back control of your life, and remember, whether your husband gets better or not, you will. And if your husband is looking to get help, we have changed the lives of thousands of men in 30 countries all over the world. So click the link below, send it to him, make sure he's proactive on his journey. I want him checking me out, but click the link below, and thanks for watching.